Hello, crafting friends. Who are you guys? Hi, crafting friends. This is Gail from Rubber and Ink. Well, who am I? Um, I thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video today. We're going to make some little tags. Yeah, well, I'm going to show you how I made some little tags, but mainly I wanted to show how I use some scraps. I'm always trying to use up my scraps. And so as I make pockets and things like that, you know how you have a pocket pull. Well, let's do this one first, where you have a little, you take your circle punch and you punch, a little bit ways in and get your little finger pull for your pocket. Well, this little piece that came out of here, this is the scrap that I save. See this little bin here? It has all kinds of shapes and papers and colors and sizes and whatever. This one too. This one is this punch. And it's instead of a circle punch. So I just put it in like this, punch up, and it flew somewhere, but what it is this is a bigger one. This is the shape that comes out of there. So when it's big like this, I often get 2 flowers out of this. So what I do is I use my punches, I use my dies, and I make tags. And I use these little bits and pieces that I punch out for my finger pulls to make the flowers on my tags. So these are all flowers on my tags. And spruce them up a little bit, glam them up a little bit, bling them up a little bit. Yeah, my lighting isn't great. I have a ring light, but it's not great, so I gotta figure out what to do. But those are there. Okay, so what I did was to get your base. Your bases are your punches, like I was saying. If you don't have a lot of punches, here's your tag topper punch. You can use that to make a make the top part of your tag. And this one, let's see, this one that I used for the finger pull, it pulls double duty because it's a tag also. So that's one shape I used. And this is another shape that I use. Okay. And let's see. And then the last shape I used is this one. So just take a look at your punches that's on your shelf. See what you have. And you can, be able to punch up a few shapes. If I use these little tiny tags, you say, well, who's going to use these little tiny tags? But sometimes on my bigger journals, I have little pockets that I can, drop a little tag into. But I also make little miniature journals. And in my little miniature journals, I use, I like to use this one of my little miniature journals. Usually have pockets that I like to put these little size, tags in because they fit into like a miniature journal. So, let's see. Let's put this out of my way. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. If you don't have any punches or dies, because you can also use dies to cut these, you can just use scissors. You might happen to have some pinking shears from your sewing basket. Once you use them on paper, you won't be able to use them on fabric anymore. But you have pinking shears or scallop scissors or any of those other little scissors that had all the fancy edging, crazy little edges that we used to use back in the day. You can cut around a piece of paper, all the edges, and make shapes that way. You can make just a regular tag. And there's all kinds of things that you can do to be able to still do this project even if you don't have punches. So like also on the background of these, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, here you can see I stamped with a lot of different images just to give a little light texture in the background. And so that's probably why you can't see it well, because I stamped so light. You know, I didn't want anything heavy. But in real life, you can actually see it. This one splattered a little bit of a glimmer on there. I don't know if you can see it, but splattered a little glimmer. Just having a little fun. But use some eyelets. Use some eyelets and put some twine through there. Some of them they'd already had the holes, because these here were pre-purchase tags, or purchase tags, I guess you should say, and something that I have had in my stash forever. So I'm just pulling that out, using up my stash and using up my scraps. And I think these did I say what these were? The stems. When I use twine and I have little pieces like this, I don't throw these away. This is what I use for my stems, and I keep, you know, all different thicknesses of twine and different colors of twine to use for my stems. So that's that. Okay, got that. And then my little butterflies. I've had these little butterflies in my stash forever. I've just had these. Never knew what I was going to do with them. Little holographic type things, but they're cute on here, and so that's why I did that. And added a little bit of more bling here and there, and that's it. Sponge the edges, and that's it. Very quick to do, very fun, very satisfying. I hope you give it a try. Thanks for stopping by.